Alright, now that we've gone through Orca Slicer and everything, I have my file with me. And we are going to go ahead and see if we can see this in Carbon. Oops, the wrong way around. No, I got it the right way around. Okay, go to Files. Now, how do I... USB drive, and it should be, here it is, guns. It says import. I guess I'm supposed to import. Copying to local drive. Now what? Now I can go to local, I guess. Oh, and there it is. That's funny. So I have to move everything to the local drive. Now, as you can see, this is a 3-hour, 14-minute print. I'm going to go ahead and choose it. Textured plate side A. And we're going to go and print. It's 988 layers. It's preheating it right now. I did not touch this since the test print, and it's been about 30-40 minutes since then. So I mean, this is my very first print. It's as you saw from the Orca Slicer tutorial, it's a very simple object, but it's kind of wide and tall, so it's gonna take 3 hours. I need to print 4 of these to finish half of the doors for my AT-ATs, and yeah. Oh, it's still preheating, so it must have cooled down while we were waiting, and I wonder if I was really supposed to pull out the filament, and if that's gonna change anything. I mean, like a 30, it did have a chance for it to cool down though. Oh, and then I do see right here, you probably don't see it, but there is a thin piece of filament kind of warming down. Returning home, and I'm gonna assume that it's gonna clean off the tip of the nozzle in that brush thing. I need to look at the process of what I'm supposed to do every time I finish a print. Like, should I order it to clean the nozzle to get rid of that string? Because I didn't notice that there was that string too. And oh, and I forgot, I wanted to blow the bed, because as you can see there's something in there. I don't know where that came from, by the way. And it did clean the nozzle over there. But from the test print, I did notice that it created like a thin layer of one line that went here, and it created like a web pattern. And I'm somewhat suspicious when it comes to that, because it makes me wonder. See, it did it again. Like at the very edge, it created a drop. It dropped something over here. Oh, right there too. So it did a line here to the side before it started printing. So now I gotta watch and see this one. It's gonna have a very large bed. I'm gonna raise the camera really quickly. We're gonna have to watch and see what's going on with this bed. So I don't know what exactly it looks like. It's a weird pattern. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the bed, the footprint of the bed right now. It's drawing it. Um, it should be like two of those though, right? I'm gonna close the window just to keep the heat in. And I do notice, oh yeah, oh, look, as it goes to the very edge of the print, watch, right there, see? You can see the hose up hitting the side of the unit, and it actually flicked, see? Interesting. I'm sure, I wonder if that vibration would cause a slight flickering in the layer line. So I do know from the Orca Slicer that at the 25-minute mark there's a possibility of an overhang. And like I said, it's a about 3.5 hours print, so and I'm assuming everything we're seeing here at this point is breakaway stuff. You guys, there's something, uh-oh, what's going on there? I don't like that. And it seems to be, I don't know how much that's in there. I don't know if I should mess around with it too much. But maybe I can lift. This one thing is like really deep in there. I wonder if that's going to cause a problem. I don't like that. There. Oh. And now it's weird though. Now you can see now the second footprint is coming in. So for some reason the first side was much. That really did worry me though. And then there's another one that goes in. This is straight from the factory too. But the fact that it was able to pull itself, That's fine. This is just the bed still, so who knows? I have no idea. So just a quick checkup, 45 minutes in, and it's looking kind of good except for this small part over here. There's that squiggly line that I'm not familiar with in the original design. That might not be part of the print, and it's kind of concerning because I believe this part right here, the small ledge, sorry, there's a small ledge here, and you can see the top part is kind of like waffle looking. I think that's one of the supports that either failed or something, which could account for why there's that squiggly line going on over there. But other than that one small area, the print is so freaking smooth, it's unbelievable. So I've looked at the file, and that is not a failed print, but it's weird. It's actually the beginning of the support file. But let me show you what it looks like on Orca. That's the area. You can even see the diagonal direction of the support, and the support is in green. And but because of how the support was being built, I think hanging wise, it doesn't really matter, because if it is hanging and not touching the print, as you can see, I'm gonna zoom in. See, I don't even know why Orca did that kind of print, but it's not even touching the actual print yet. That's why it started to strain, since it was just floating up in the air. I'm kind of glad it is reestablished itself, so that's cool. So it must have touched the print somehow and reestablished itself. So going back to the actual print, as you can see, it started to string up on the very bottom of the edge of the support, since it wasn't touching the actual print. But then at some point, I think when it started to touch the print, then it reestablished itself as support and made solid. So I mean, like, okay. Again, once the print is done, we'll check up on it and see what's going on. I don't know what's happening on the other side, because the other side is basically a mirror image of this one. So I'm assuming that area has caused a little bit of a problem as well. All right, but checking back again. I've only got like 1 hour left, 1 hour and 10 minutes, and I was out of the room for probably 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes, and I came across this, and I didn't realize, look at that overhang, and I looked at the other side to see, wait, how did that work? I'm so glad it worked, because it's sharp, there's no problems whatsoever. And I looked, and there's no support at all. So apparently it was able to take it by the gradual inclination of the angle. I don't know. I'm just glad it did work. And yeah. Anyway, yeah, I've only got 1 hour left, so the last checkup will be when it's done. See you guys then. Alright guys, so there it is, my very first print. And it's complete. Let me take it off the build plate. And this magnet really is pretty strong. It's like it literally just pulls it in. And I'm doing it one-handed, so we'll just flex it a little bit so it's off the plate. I don't want to force it too much, because these are, as you can see, very thin. So let me just flex the plate a little bit, and we'll pull it off.
So I've carefully moved it and kind of like shimmied it around. I didn't want to force it or anything. And as you can see, the build plate is still pretty clean visually. I don't really trust it being really clean. I should clean the build plate a little bit if I were to print more. But I think that's good enough for now. We'll look over. Here's the thing from the bottom. I'll clean it up and then we'll look at it on camera again. So hold on a second.
All right, so I've got the prints out of the print area. There it is. I have the original with me, and I actually, since then, I've actually printed a second set. The original print was using the normal support structure where it's all in bars, and the second set that I did is using the tree support, just so I can see what the difference was. In terms of time, the difference was an extra 30 minutes, and in terms of material, it's a little bit more, like maybe I think 10 grams or so. So oh yeah, so here's the support structure here. So as you can see, it's literally not touching anything all the way up to here, and that's only because of the whole overhang that's inherent in the design. So I'm gonna go silent mode while I clean up the product. All right, so this is the flip side, the one that I mirrored. This is the original that counts as the left side. This is the tree support, and this is the normal one. As you saw me clean up, this is all automatically rendered by Orca Slicer in terms of the placement of the trees. As you saw me clean up, it does seem as if the tree support was less work than this one because it had numerous points of contact, even though this I think was more material wise and definitely longer. Of course, with less contact means less damage to the material, to the final rendition. Like you wouldn't get this thing, some smudge and stuff. I do notice. I don't think it matters whether it was the tree or the. Yes, it doesn't matter if it's the tree or the panel. This is the tree that I haven't opened up. What I'm trying to convey is the waviness that starts to occur. See, on some of the prints. Now this is the outside print, so it does matter to me more. Here's the other one. That's the other one that's normal. As you can see, the waviness occurred on this one as well. Now, funny thing is, so this is the tree, and the waviness is there. Yeah, this is also the tree. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like the waviness pattern exists on the one that's
oriented, this one. I only have one of this one, so I'm not sure if it mattered. And then look at the waviness on the inside here. So it's not like it missed some lines or some layers, because otherwise there would be gaps. It's as if it didn't completely drew the outside. That's why it's like a certain part of the layer, not part of the layer, but part of the wall wasn't drawn. But there were no strings floating in the bed, so I don't know what would fix this. I would go to the Facebook community that I'm in, 3D Beginners, to ask them what's going on. I'm still kind of happy with the print. Comparing the print to the original, which would be this one. So this was not a scan. What the guy did looks to me as if he measured it, calipered the original, and made his own shape or object. So what it looks to me is like what the guy did was measured the original and just made his own object, which is still pretty cool considering like how close he had it in, the angles and everything. Like the measurement from here to here should be okay, the angle here to here. Like this one is what would get me. It's like how he got that perfectly aligned. You know it's not original because of the shape of these cylinder objects here is not exact. Same thing as this one, the width's not. This one doesn't exist in the original. And then unfortunately the back, he didn't continue to do the other side. So it looks like he only modeled the front and not the back, which is kind of a shame because this opens up, or the bottom one opens up, so you do need to see this part of the detail. But still, I believe I paid $5 for the whole file. And when I talk about the whole file, it's like he had everything in there. The turrets, the chin turrets, the hatches, a lot of stuff. Definitely well worth the $5. And someday I hope to learn the program that would allow me to do this on my own. Also, they are here. I just didn't notice them. I hope to learn the skill on how to do this myself. And then it's good enough for now. It'll cover up the holes in my and I'll reprint it once I get my own. The way it seems like an easy thing, but like that's me. Who knows if it is really easy? But that's it, guys. These are the very first. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit more, but these are the very first prints. Aside from the Benchy. Yeah, I'm so happy with the results. Like this, the original you would sell for like 25. For 3D printed ones, probably like 10 bucks, 10, 15. So this is like $40 or $60 worth of prints that if I had bought someplace else, and the printer cost me $300, and I'm still printing right now with more stuff. So yeah, I think it was definitely well worth it as an investment for more stuff to come. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned with me on this whole thing. I'll keep on showing more stuff for printing and comparing if you guys are interested. If I'm learning more stuff, then I'll put it in there. But yeah, and then I'll sand this off, and maybe
once I finish it off, I'll show off another part of it just to show off how it finally ended up. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you guys learned. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I'll see you on my next review toy making adventure. Bye.